Hello, Dark Nation. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a deck profile on my branded Despia, my current list. I will, before I start the video, I will say this: I will be getting a few cards, possibly and hopefully, within the next 2 weeks, and I will be doing an upload, and there is placeholders and stuff like that for those specific cards too. And I will also explain why I'm playing the certain cards over other cards. And I am playing certain packages also over other packages that you've probably seen in other people's branded videos. So please do keep that in mind. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything, you're more than welcome to put it in the comments, message my Instagram account, anything that makes it easier for you guys, okay? So let's get right into the video. Starting off with the monsters, of course. Starting off with the 3 Aluber. His effect is when he's normal special summon, you can add a branded spell or trap from your deck to hand. And if a face-up fusion monster is show up a battle or leaves the field while this card's in your graveyard, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Special summon it and negate the effects. You can only use each effect once per turn. You mainly use this, and you can also normal summon this, or you can summon it off of your copies of Branded Opening. But you normally normal summon this to get your copies of Branded Fusion, your copy of Lost. Sometimes, if you have to, you can also get your copy of High Spirits. Or if you really, really need to, Branded White, any brand spell trap that you need. But he's your main starter. For others, I'm playing the 1 Quem. I like playing the 1 Quem. Yes, I only have access currently to 1 Quem, but I feel like it's pretty good just at 1 itself, because you can revive it off of Sanctifier if you need to, if it gets hit. But 1's been working perfectly with me. I don't always need it. It is a great extender, great combo piece, but it's not something you always want to see. You do, but you don't. And you can also summon this off opening as well. You can also summon this off of Titanic Lad during the end phase, which most times you will do to get this. And you can also add it off in the Nadir Servant if you play the Nadir package. Which, with this build, I currently am playing the small Nadir package. For the rest, I'm playing 2 Blazing. I have been seeing lists playing 1 to 3, and sometimes 2. I prefer 2 over everything, because 2 has been a perfect number for me. Not too many that you can brick on it, but a perfect number, you know. And if I control a Fallen Labas in my graveyard, I could special summon this from my hand. And then during the main phase, you can fusion summon 1 level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck using this card from your hand or field, a card from your hand or field, and then during the end phase, if this card's in your graveyard and then a fusion monster or an extra deck monster leaves the field, you can add this back to your hand. Which, depending on what you're playing against and what you have in your grave, most times you will add this back to your hand. Like, say if you're playing your Super Polys, or you have something set where you need cards in your hand, you will tend to bring this back to hand. And sorry if I forgot, Quem's effect when this card is normal special summon, you can send one Fallen Labaz card that mentions it, or Fallen Labaz itself to the deck to the grave. And if extra deck monster leaves the extra deck, except during the damage step, you could target that or the monster that mentions it and special summon it, which is pretty good, I will say. Then, of course, I'm playing 3 Albaz. Sorry that the one looks a little darker than the rest. I have no clue why that happened, why that is, but we all know what Fallen Albaz effect is, but just in case you don't, if this card is normal special summon during the damage step, you could target one. You could discard 1 card, fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters on either field as fusion material, including this card, but you cannot use other monsters as fusion material. Like, you can only use him and anything on your opponent's field. You can't use more than just him. But because I am playing Dabalenopsis package, because of the Blue Eyes format, this is pretty good, even if they try to negate it. Or even if they don't, they're kind of just screwed either way. But 3 fallen Alibeds is still a is very mandatory, even if you're at 1 brand of fusion, which Konami, you really need to bring this back up to 2 to 3. Like, come on. Give us branded players some love. For once. You know what I mean? I am playing the 3 Albion. I know a lot of people are starting to just play 2 to 1. I like 3 personally as well. My build. Because, yes, I'm only playing 2 high spirits. I don't like playing 3. I will say that straight up. 3 is too bricky. And I like I like to see my Albion. Anytime I'm playing 3, I don't see more than 1. I do like playing the Albion package. The high Albion spirits package. Because you could just use this effect. Chain what's it called? Chain high spirits to this. And then, yeah. Then you send for cost. And 90% of the time, this one never gashed. But don't mind that there's 1 hollow and 2 common. I only was able to get 1 currently. But Albion's effect. This card becomes Fallen Albus when it's on field or in the grave. You could send 1 Fallen of Albus spell or trap from your deck to the grave. So you can send Fallen of Albus itself or any branded spell and trap from your hand or deck to the grave, and then apply one of these effects. Hand, you can special summon this card. Deck, you can put this on the bottom and draw 1 card. You can also use this while it's in the grave too. But if you do this while it's in the grave, you don't get the draw. You only get the draw if it's in your hand. For 1-ofs, I'm playing 1 Mercurier, because I am playing also, it's a mandatory 1, but I'm also playing the Sark package. I am not playing the Alert package, that's why you only see this at 1. I have tested it out. It is really good, I won't lie. I personally am not wanting to play it right now, maybe in the near future. But because of what I'm going to get next, I think I'm just going to keep it at 1. 1's been working perfectly with me. And yeah. We all know what Mercury does, so I won't go into depth with that. Playing the 1 mandatory kit, so you can recycle your brand of fusion. Because you only have 1 right now, so this is a mandatory. I am playing the 1 Tragedy and the 1 Abelantus. I wasn't playing the Ablibitum, my bad, for the longest time. Because if you look at my lists, I wasn't playing it for a while. But lately I've been testing it out more and more, playing around with it, and it's been working in my favor pretty well. So you can reoccur Mary Jade twice, which is really good, and you can make the Guardian Chimera or anything else you need. And then, of course, you got Despia and Tragedy. This card sent to the grave or banished by a card effect. You can add a Despia monster from your hand and get deck to hand. Then if I want to, I can banish this myself and then target a branded spell or trap and set it. Which, you don't use the second effect much. You mainly just use the first one just to get another Despia monster. Like your Luber, or if you have to get the Quem. If you have to go that route, usually you get the Quem from the Titanic Lad though. You don't usually go with that route. And then you could just send... This is a brick, I won't lie. I'll let him. It is a brick if you draw it. But you have cards like Opening, Super Poly. You have a bunch of things that could just get it to the grave if needed. So it's not the worst thing, to be honest with you. But most of the time you send this off of Dusk, to be honest with you. And then I am playing the Bestial package, because it is mandatory and it's perfect. So I'm playing the 1 Lube, the 1 Bestial Sarnier, and the 1 Magnemite. I have considered bumping up the Sarnier, and also possibly playing either the Baldrake or the Druisworm with this package. I'm currently not. I like the ratio of the 3, currently, the 1-1-1. I have wanted to test out more than 1 copy of the Lubellion, I won't lie to you guys. But currently, I'm perfectly liking how this is going, to be honest with you. For the last few cards, I'm playing the Nadir package, so I'm playing the 1 Dogmatica Maximus, of course. It's a good card, honestly. It's not very mandatory. If you go into this route, you go into it. It's not really needed, per se, in my opinion. It just makes a wall and makes you send stuff. Just in case you can't get to brand of fusion or anything, you could send You could send your Avalantis, your Titanic Lad, or Albion. You could send stuff from it if you have to go that route, but it's the last resort. And I am playing the Idol Lock. Luckily, I was able to find this. I was searching for it for a good minute, I won't lie. I do like the Idol Lock, even though we don't have Puppet no more, which is kind of sad. But in a way, it is also a good thing. But I am playing the Idol Lock. If you don't know what Idol does, if this card is special summon or normal set, you can only control Ido. So you send this off a Dusk or any way you can per se, Branded Fusion stuff like that, and then you make your Sanctifier on your turn, your opponent's turn, and then you summon this to their field so they can only control this. And if it's destroyed, you destroy all their monsters if they try to do something. For the last monster, because I don't have Floral Rose, and I've been seeing a lot of people play this, and I do like this, I'm playing 3 Droll as my monster and trap type of thing. I do really like this a lot, to be honest with you. It works out perfectly in my opinion. But moving on to the spells. Sorry for like the long video. I'm trying to explain certain things somewhat. But you got your sadly one Branded Fusion currently. We all know what Branded Fusion is, so I won't go into depth with that. I'm playing the 3 opening. You discard a card, take one Despia monster from your deck, and either add it to your hand or special summon it. But if you special summon it, you have to special summon it in defense. And its second effect, fusion monsters fusion summon cannot be destroyed by would be destroyed by battle card effect. You could banish this card from your grave and protect it. So basically, you could banish this instead of getting that off the field. I'm playing the 1 Lost, and controversial, I am also playing another card that most people don't play. Still, I'm playing the Lost so I can get my Mercurier, my kit if I need to. But I'm playing Regained. I've been liking Regained ever since it came out. I've been playing it. I love it. Gives you an option if you don't want to go, if you got lost and stuff like that. Yes, it can be kind of like a brick if you draw it, but in the same sense, off a Mirror Jade, if you banish, you could target something, shuffle it if it's a light or dark, get a free draw if you have to banish something from your own, or Albion too. Like, there's very good pluses with this card. Like, yes, I understand why people don't play it, but if you don't want to play it, that's up to you. That's your choice. I personally prefer to play it. For another I'm playing 1 red. I'm currently only playing 1 red instead of the two that people are playing, because I like it personally at 1. I would actually bump it up to 2, and I might do that with my next list in a couple weeks. I won't lie, but if I do that, I will give you guys an update and a little post, like a little quick one. But currently, I'm liking the 1 red. Brandon Red's effect is target 1 Despia or Fallen Vibes in your grave. Add it to your hand. And you can summon 1 level or higher fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing materials listed on it from your hand or field. But that monster cannot attack directly, which most times you use this on your opponent's turn, so you can get around that. And it's just an overall good card, because with this card, say if you have Mirror Jade, something else in hand, you can add back your Abalenitum, fusion summon with this, something else, and maybe your Mirror Jade. Say if your Mirror Jade's already gone off, and then when this is banished, you could target your Mirror Jade, bring it back, and now your Mirror Jade is alive again. Another reason why I'm also playing the Ablib again. So yeah. And like I said earlier, I'm only playing the 2 spirits. I prefer only playing 2 spirits over 3. 3 just felt so bricky when I was playing at 3, so I prefer playing it at 2. It just feels so right. You can reveal one monster from your hand, and then send one level 8 or higher, level 8 fusion monster from your extra deck to the grave with the same type that has 2500 or defense. Wow, sorry, my bad. You can discard this You could discard the revealed monster, and if you do, you can add a fallen Albaz or a monster that mentions it from your deck to hand during the end phase. If this card was fusion summoned and sent to the grave, you can add this card back to your hand, which is actually pretty good. You could get some recycle. Not too bad, am I right? Sorry if I sound a little drowsy, my guys. For other spells I'm playing 3 deployment. This will never go down, ever. I've never seen a branded list play less than 3, and I don't think I ever will either. This is one of your bread and butter cards. It's an easy card to summon. Most of the time you summon... The only 2 cards you really want to summon and can summon is your Blazing Cartesia and your Fallen Albaz. 90% of the time you will summon your Fallen Albaz from deck. I mean your Blazing Cartesia added from your deck. But you can also summon the monster, one of those 2 monsters from your hand if you have them. But you must reveal a monster that extra deck monster that mentions it, though. So you gotta be very cautious. I'm currently only playing 2 Super Poly because I only own the 2 currently. I know I used to own 3, but you know, Super Poly always good with this format. With this upcoming format, with the certain things that I am playing in the extra deck, it's really good, really good. I am not playing the Furious anymore, so the Super Poly package is a little different because you don't see many Dark Dragons coming up too much. There is still Dark in the format, because of the freaking, what's it called, Rizio. They're still playing. There's Malice playing, which Malice is supposed to be getting new support, and Rizio. Hopefully Brandon's supposed to get new support within the next 2 to 3 sets, I'm pretty sure, after Duelist Alliance or something like that. So let's hope something good's gonna come out of that. By the way, instead of the Drolls, you can also play, if you have a Floros, you could play the Floros instead, or you can also play Vector too, because if you need it for a Brandon target as well. But it's your personal preference. I just like to play the Drill and Lockbird a lot more, personally. For the rest of the spells, because this is for the ones, I'm playing the 1 Tactics, because it's sadly at 1 now. Playing the 1 Gold Sark for the Courier, the 1 Callboy. Currently only 1 Droplet. I only own 1 copy currently. I don't know where the rest of them are, but I would play this at 3. You could decide it if you want to. I prefer to play this in the main deck to play around things. And like I was talking about earlier, I'm playing the Nadir package. I'm only playing 2 Nadir instead of 3. I just don't want to brick on it too much. I do only own 2, but I can easily get a 3rd copy, but I prefer to just play the 2 because you don't want to brick on it too much, but you do kind of want to see it. If you know what I mean? And you can send 1 monster from your X deck to the grave and add 1 Dogmatic card. So you can add the Maximus, you can add the Quem if you needed. You know, you got 2 good targets. For the last spell cards, I'm playing 2 Dark Ruler no more. This will, of course, be switched out with something I'm getting soon. But I do like playing this a lot, not gonna lie. It's been in here since day 1, if you guys remember the first list I ever did. But yeah, moving on to the traps. I'm only playing 4 traps. I'm not playing the Fusion Duplication currently, only because I don't have Thrust. Once I get Thrust, I will be playing it automatically. But for the branded traps, I'm playing the 1 Retribution and 1 Banishment. I do not currently own Lad, so I can see why people won't like me playing this. But I still like to play it to make the Dracostopelia and to mess up your opponent's field, and then I'm playing 2 in Perm, because why not? Hand traps are still pretty good, and with this format, you're gonna need them. But let's move on right into the extra deck. I'm playing for the branded fusion targets. I'm playing the 1 Abalenitus for the Blue Eyes matchup. Playing the 1 Brim Brim because these 2 are kind of iffy but mandatory. The 1, of course, Titanic Glad. The 1 Sanctifier. I'm surprised this hasn't gotten hit just yet, but it might, knowing Konami. But we all know what these do. I'm playing the 2 Albion of course, because it's a good at 2. You could play 3 or 1. I won't recommend any less or any more than 2 because it's just good at, it's literally just perfect at 2, personally. But this is kind of standard for your branded stuff. I'm playing the 1 Cerner, and I've been seeing a lot of lists playing only 1 Mirror Jade, but I love play 2 just in case. I could cut it down easily. There's other cards I could play. There's other cards I want to play. But with what I have right now and what's going on, I prefer to play the 2. Just so you can have 1 just as a backup, just in case they can get rid of the 1. Because the caster is still a big thing. Especially because Blue Eyes like to play it just for another engine. For the rest of the cards, I am playing the 1 Granny. It's a good card. You can send Ido off it. You can send your Ad Libitum. You can also send one of your fallen targets to the grave too from your extra deck. And you can also get this out pretty easily. You can get this out in so many ways. Through red, you can get it through fusion if you have to. You can get it through banishment. But sometimes you would also get it through Granny. I do like playing this, especially because of time, because Malice likes to, use a lot of effects. So when they're burning for 900, 300, when they're burning for 12, they're also paying another 6 additionally. So they're paying 18 per, every 2 effects that they're using, which is very costly, and they can kill themselves pretty easily. Playing the 1 Draco Stopelia, because it's a negate. It's good. It's a generic fusion of dark monster. And for the rest of the super poly targets, because this is also a super poly target, I'm playing the 1 Chaos, the 1 Garura, and the 1 Guardian Chimera. I think these 2 are standard if you're playing the super poly line. But because of Blue Eyes right now, I am currently playing the Chaos. The Chaos. You can easily side this out with Starving Venom, Quartus, anything you would prefer. Lad even. If I had Lad, I would play that too. But it just depends on the format and what you're playing or going into, which is your personal preference. But it's all up to you guys on what you want to play. If you want to give some suggestions in the comments, you're more than welcome to. Way more than welcome to. I'm willing to take suggestions anytime. Now moving on to the side deck. There is placeholders in the side deck as well, so I will give a heads up. But I am playing 3 Lancia. Lancia is still pretty good in this format. And the fact that you can easily send this off of Dusk or even from your hand, and you can bring it back from Lancia and stuff, is really, really good. As a placeholder, I am playing 2 Ghost Mourner. Playing 3 Book, 2 Storm, 1 Duster. And then for traps, I'm playing 1 D-Bear and the 1 Duplication. I will be bumping up D-Bear as soon as I get the Thrust. And then Duplication will be going in the main deck. So once I get Thrust, the side deck will go up. And then for the last 2 side deck cards, I'm playing the 1 Starving Venom because this is situational because of Mallets and everything. And then I'm playing the 1 Quartus because I still love playing Quartus. It's one of my favorite Despia fusion monsters. I don't like playing the Priscinian. It is a good super poly target, but I personally prefer to play the Quartus and the Masquerade over it. Personally, it's your choice, it's your build. I will say that. But in the end, make the choices you want to make. Don't make choices that you think you have to make. But that was a look at my branded Despia deck profile. If you guys have any comments, concerns, or questions, you're more than welcome to message or leave a comment. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. Peace out.